Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bulldog Insider. Fresno State won again last night, its 6th win in a row. The Bulldogs have now gone from receiving votes in the top 25 polls to being in the polls. We'll get to that. But first, let's show you how the Dogs got it done against Hawaii. Out to Bulldog Stadium we go, where it was homecoming. Alums lined the field as the team came down the ramp. A lot of energy before kickoff. And speaking of homecoming, it was homecoming for Mark Weber. Hawaii's offensive line coach had 2 stints on the Bulldogs coaching staff, the most recent in 2016. Last night's game also featured the Band Together to Beat Cancer promotion, where the band members wore sashes with names of people throughout the valley who have been affected by cancer. We told you during the week about Hawaii's quarterback, Cole McDonald. He came in 4th in the nation in passing yards. James Bailey here sacks him for a loss of 2. Hawaii would score on its opening possession a field goal, 43 yards to take a 3-0 lead. Later in the first, it's still 3-0, Bulldogs driving when something unusual happens. You see it behind Marcus McMarion. There's darkness. Some of the stadium lights go out. It caused a 29-minute delay where both teams left the field. When play resumed, the Bulldogs continued their drive. And they scored. McMarion. Nice looking pass right there to Jared Rice. 19-yard touchdown. Rice caught McMarion's first 4 passes of the game. 7-3 Bulldogs. Hawaii goes 3 and out. Ball back to the Bulldogs. They go 5 plays on their drive and they score. McMarion sees Jameer Jordan running deep. He throws it to him. 49-yard touchdown, the first of the season for Jordan. Bulldogs up 14-3. That was the score after 1, and in the break, a cool moment. Every fan at the game last night was given a bracelet as part of that Band Together to Beat Cancer promotion. They all turned them on, made for a nice glow throughout the stadium. Second quarter now, after a Rainbow Warrior touchdown to cut the lead to 14-10, the Bulldogs respond with the legs of Ronnie Rivers. He rushed for 125 yards last night, 76 on this play. A touchdown, longest run from scrimmage for the Bulldogs since Martez Waller in 2014. Fresno State up 21-10. The offense keeps going. McMarion to DeJounte O'Neal, 31 yards, sets up an Asa Fuller field goal. 22 yards here, one of 3 field goals for Fuller last night. Bulldogs up 24-10. We're still in the second. Here's Cole McDonald, Hawaii's quarterback. He can run. He had 62 rushing yards last night. This drive would end in a field goal. But when you trade field goals for touchdowns, you're not going to win. Bulldogs on the 21, McMarion to Jordan Mims, 21-yard touchdown. That makes it 30-13 after a missed extra point. And it takes us to the last play of the half. Hawaii lining up for a field goal.
So if he doesn't have the distance and Jameer has a chance to grab it, he'll return it. It is going to be short. Jameer, 8 yards deep in the end zone, will bring it out because, hey, why not? He's out to the 5, 10, right sideline 20. He's gone. 25, 30. He's at the 40 with 2 men in front. Across midfield, Jordan to the 30 of the Hawaii, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. 100-yard kick 6 for Jameer Jordan. And what a way to end the first half on homecoming. Holy cannoli.
Well, we work on that, and, it's a perfect situation for it. I don't know, I think it was like a 53-yard field goal or something like that. And typically when a field goal team's in there, it's a lot of big guys protecting for it. And if they kick it short, if they don't have the distance on it, then we try to set up a return. I thought the guys did a great job of executing it. Jameer set it up really well by starting up the middle and then breaking it outside. And everybody made really good decisions, not blocking anybody low or in the back or anything like that. And it was a well-executed play.
And the Bulldogs went into the locker room up 37-13. Third quarter, more Bulldog offense. McMarion to Keyshawn Johnson. Haven't said his name yet. Nice moves here. That's a 14-yard pickup. Drive would end in a field goal, and the Bulldogs would get the ball right back, courtesy of Juju Hughes. The ex-Hanford High bullpup picks off Cole McDonald at the 47. You know he's thinking end zone. Doesn't quite get there, but does come close to the 16 for a return of 31 yards. That sets up McMarion to Darion Grimm. 6-yard touchdown, second touchdown of the season for Grimm, third of his career. Bulldogs now up 47-13. McMarion's night will be done after one more possession. Jorge Reyna played quarterback in the fourth, and on this play, he made history for Keyshawn Johnson. An 8-yard catch for Johnson, the 234th catch of his Fresno State career. Most in program history. He passes Devontae Adams. That earned him a post-game interview on ESPN2. Bulldogs win 50-20. McMarion finished with 284 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Rivers, 125 rushing yards on 11 carries, and that 76-yard touchdown. No touchdowns for Johnson, though he did have 102 receiving yards. 9th time in his career he's over the 100-yard mark. With the win, the Bulldogs improved to 7-1 overall, 4-0 in the Mountain West.
It's a great feeling. You know, it's something that you talk about with your friends just when you come to college. Just talk about just, you know, being able to break a record. And me and Jameer, we've talked about this, or one of us doing it since freshman year, and now it's just a dream come true.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. I mean, you kind of just got to get it in the vicinity and in his general area, and he's going to come down with it or no one is. So kind of gave Tedford a hard time for not letting me throw it to him, but whatever, he got it, so that's all that matters.
We have our goals set. We know what we want to do. That wasn't one of our goals coming into this, try to be a top 25 team or anything like that. We just want to win games, win our bowl game with class and integrity, and win the Mountain West.
Let's talk about the Mountain West, which as of this morning has 2 teams in the top 25. Fresno State is one, Utah State the other. The Aggies are higher than the Bulldogs, 18th in the AP poll, 20th in the coaches poll. Utah State put up 61 points yesterday in a win over New Mexico. Boise State right behind Utah State in the Mountain Division after its win at Air Force. It's really only a 2-team race in this division. In the West Division, the Bulldogs are leading, 20th in the AP poll today, 23rd in the coaches poll. They're 7-1 overall, 4-0 in the Mountain West, and a full game ahead of San Diego State, who lost yesterday at Nevada. The Wolfpack has moved up to 3rd in this division, 1 game away from bowl eligibility. Hawaii is still 1 win away from being bowl eligible. The Rainbow Warriors lost to the Bulldogs last night. They've now lost 3 straight games. And remember, they need 7 wins to be eligible for a bowl because they're playing a 13-game schedule. San Jose State got its first win of the season yesterday, beating UNLV, and that drops the Rebels to last place in this division. They'll host Fresno State on Saturday.